A farmer in Oregon started with $500 and a backyard, and 5 years later he's pulling in over $300,000 annually growing something most people walk past without a second glance. Another grower turned a quarter acre into a six-figure income with plants so small they fit in your palm. These aren't lottery winners or trust fund kids. They're ordinary people who discovered which plants generate serious wealth and had the guts to act on it. Stick around because I'm about to reveal 20 plants that could genuinely change your financial future, and some of them are so profitable it's almost absurd. Welcome to Earthly Gardening, where we show you how to turn soil into income without needing a fortune to start. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been building wealth with us since day one, you know we cut through the noise and deliver actual money-making strategies. Today's list isn't theory. These are proven crops creating real millionaires, and I'm going to show you exactly why they work. Before we reveal these 20 wealth-building plants, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell because this channel is dedicated to showing you how agriculture creates actual financial freedom. Drop a comment right now with the word "ready" if you're serious about turning growing into income. Your engagement tells me you want more content like this. Let's get into it. Let me be straight with you. Growing these plants won't make you a millionaire overnight. But here's what's real. People are building seven-figure net worths by strategically growing high-value crops that most farmers ignore because they don't fit industrial agriculture's model. What makes a plant genuinely profitable? 3 things. First, high price per pound or unit. We're talking crops that sell for $20, $50, even $200 per pound instead of commodity prices. Second, low input costs. You're not dumping money into fertilizers, pesticides, or expensive equipment. Third, strong consistent demand from buyers who will pay premium prices and come back repeatedly. The plants on this list check all 3 boxes. Some are culinary herbs that restaurants can't get enough of. Others are medicinal plants with exploding markets. Some are specialty crops that wealthy consumers pay ridiculous prices for. And a few are simply overlooked opportunities hiding in plain sight. Here's the pattern successful growers follow. They start small with 1 or 2 crops, learn the growing and marketing process, then scale strategically. They focus on direct-to-consumer sales, farmers markets, restaurants, and specialty retailers rather than trying to compete with industrial farms. They build relationships with buyers who value quality over cheap bulk. This isn't get rich quick. This is get rich smart. Plant the right crops, find the right markets, and scale intelligently. Now let's reveal what those crops are. First up, we're talking about specialty culinary herbs that command restaurant prices. Number 1 is saffron. This is the world's most expensive spice, selling for $10 to $30 per gram at retail. You harvest the stigmas from crocus flowers, and yes, it's labor-intensive, but small-scale growers are making $50,000 or more from a quarter acre. The market is huge because most saffron is imported, and local fresh product commands premium prices from high-end restaurants and specialty food stores. 2 is gourmet basil varieties. Not your regular Italian basil. We're talking Thai basil, lemon basil, purple basil, cinnamon basil. These sell for $3 to $6 per ounce at farmers markets, and restaurants use them constantly. A small greenhouse operation can generate $40,000 to $60,000 annually because basil grows fast and produces continuously. Number 3 is lavender. This isn't just one product. You're selling fresh-cut bundles, dried flowers, essential oil if you invest in distillation, culinary lavender, and even the plants themselves. An acre of established lavender can generate $80,000 to $150,000 annually through multiple revenue streams. Plus it's perennial, so you plant once and harvest for 10 to 15 years. 4 is specialty mint varieties. Chocolate mint, pineapple mint, apple mint. These aren't your backyard spearmint. Specialty mints sell for $4 to $8 per bunch at markets, and demand is strong from bartenders, tea companies, and gourmet food producers. Mint grows aggressively, multiplies rapidly, and requires minimal inputs. And 5 is microgreens. These are vegetable seedlings harvested at 7 to 14 days. They sell for $25 to $50 per pound, sometimes more. A 10 by 10 foot growing space can produce 20 to 40 pounds weekly, translating to $500 to $2,000 in weekly revenue. Startup costs are low, turnaround is incredibly fast, and restaurants cannot get enough of quality microgreens. Now we're moving into specialty mushrooms, and this market is exploding. Number 6 is oyster mushrooms. These gourmet fungi sell for $12 to $20 per pound wholesale and double at retail. They fruit in 6 weeks, grow vertically so space efficiency is insane, and a small basement operation can generate $50,000 to $100,000 annually. The beauty of oyster mushrooms is they're forgiving for beginners and the market demand far exceeds supply. 7 is shiitake mushrooms. These command even higher prices, often $15 to $25 per pound wholesale. They take longer to produce than oysters, but they're incredibly popular in Asian cuisine and health-conscious markets. Growers with modest setups are making serious money because shiitakes grown locally and sold fresh taste remarkably better than imported dried versions. 8 is lion's mane mushrooms. This medicinal and culinary mushroom is trending hard. It sells for $18 to $30 per pound because of its cognitive health benefits and unique seafood-like flavor. The market is growing faster than supply can keep up. Small growers who learn lion's mane cultivation are finding buyers lining up. Number 9 is reishi mushrooms. This is purely medicinal. Reishi sells as dried slices, powder, or tincture, and the prices are wild. Dried reishi goes for $30 to $80 per pound depending on quality. The market is huge in wellness and supplement industries, and small-scale cultivation is completely viable. And 10 is morel mushrooms. Now, morels are tricky because they're difficult to cultivate commercially. But here's the opportunity: foraging and selling wild morels. In season, fresh morels sell for $30 to $60 per pound. Knowledgeable foragers in good locations can make several $1,000s in a few weeks. If you live in morel territory, this is serious income potential. Moving into high-value specialty crops that fly under most farmers' radar. 11 is ginseng. This takes patience because ginseng needs 5 to 7 years to mature, but dried roots sell for $500 to $800 per pound. A quarter-acre woodland plot can produce 200 to 400 pounds, which translates to $100,000 to $300,000 from one harvest. Ginseng grows in forest shade, making it perfect for wooded land that's otherwise unproductive. 12 is bamboo. Not the invasive running kind. Clumping bamboo varieties for landscaping. Plants sell for $30 to $150 each depending on size and species. A mother plant produces 30 to 50 new shoots annually. Starting with 100 mother plants, you can scale to thousands of saleable plants within 5 years. Small bamboo nurseries are generating $50,000 to $100,000 annually. 13 is hops. With craft brewing exploding, hop demand is incredibly strong. Established hop yards generate $15,000 to $30,000 per acre. Hops are perennial, grow vertically on trellises, and breweries actively seek local suppliers for fresh hop batches. The initial trellis investment is real, but once established, hops produce for 15 to 20 years. Number 14 is specialty garlic. Not your supermarket garlic. Rare varieties like porcelain or rocambole types sell for $12 to $25 per pound at farmers markets and to chefs. Garlic seed stock sells for even more, sometimes $30 to $40 per pound to other growers. An acre can produce 10,000 to 15,000 pounds, and you're looking at serious revenue when you're selling premium varieties. And 15 is elderberries. The wellness market for elderberry syrup and supplements is massive. Elderberries sell for $4 to $8 per pound fresh, more if dried. An acre of established elderberry can produce 6,000 to 10,000 pounds annually. They're easy to grow, produce quickly, and demand keeps rising. The final 5 are opportunities most people don't even consider. 16 is specialty lettuce. Not regular lettuce. We're talking unusual varieties like red oak leaf, mizuna, tatsoi, and heirloom types. These sell for $4 to $8 per pound at markets, and restaurants love offering unique greens. Succession planting creates continuous harvests, and because lettuce is fast-growing, you're turning beds over every 30 to 45 days. 17 is cut flowers. Specifically, high-value stems like dahlias, peonies, ranunculus, and lisianthus. Florists and brides pay $2 to $5 per stem for quality locally grown flowers. A quarter-acre flower farm can generate $30,000 to $60,000 annually. The profit margins are exceptional because operating costs are low once established. 18 is fruit tree saplings. Growing and selling young fruit trees, especially dwarf and semi-dwarf varieties. Trees sell for $25 to $75 each. If you understand grafting, you can propagate your own rootstock in science, dramatically lowering costs. Small nurseries with a few hundred trees annually are making $15,000 to $40,000. 19 is medicinal herbs like echinacea, valerian, and holy basil. These sell dried for $8 to $20 per pound to herbalists, tea companies, and supplement manufacturers. They're easy to grow, many are perennial, and the organic medicinal herb market is expanding rapidly as people seek natural health alternatives. And 20 is gourmet garlic scapes. These are the flower stalks from garlic plants. Most garlic growers cut and discard them. Smart growers sell them. Scapes go for $8 to $15 per pound at farmers markets and to restaurants. They're only available for a few weeks in early summer, creating urgency. If you're already growing garlic, scapes are literally free additional income from the same crop. Pause right here because we've covered 20 plants and your head might be spinning. If you're seeing crops you never considered could generate serious income, smash that like button so this reaches more people ready to change their financial trajectory. Comment below which plant surprised you most or which one you're seriously considering. I read every response and your feedback shapes future content. Here's what separates dreamers from people actually building wealth with these crops. Successful growers don't try to do all 20. They pick 1 or 2, master the growing process, nail down their market, then scale deliberately. Start by researching local demand. What do restaurants in your area buy? What sells at farmers markets? What crops have you never seen but know there's interest? Match your crop selection to confirmed buyer interest, not just what sounds profitable. Second, start small. Grow enough to learn without risking everything. Work out the production challenges, the harvest timing, the post-harvest handling. Once you've grown and sold successfully on a small scale, expansion becomes far less risky. Third, focus on direct sales or wholesale relationships with local buyers. Selling microgreens directly to restaurants at $35 per pound generates far more revenue than selling bulk commodity crops to distributors at $2 per pound. The relationships you build with chefs, florists, and specialty retailers create stable recurring income. Fourth, diversify your revenue streams where possible. If you're growing lavender, sell fresh bundles, dried flowers, plants, and partner with someone who distills oil. If you're growing mushrooms, sell fresh to restaurants, dried online, and offer grow kits. Multiple income streams from the same crop reduce risk. And fifth, understand this is a business, not a hobby. Treat it seriously. Track costs and revenue. Market professionally. Deliver consistently. The growers making 6 and 7 figures aren't lucky. They're treating agriculture as the business it is. Let's talk realistic numbers because the title mentions millionaires. Can you literally become a millionaire growing these plants? Absolutely, but understand the timeline. A grower earning $100,000 annually in profit after expenses and reinvesting intelligently can build $1 million net worth in 10 to 15 years through land equity, equipment, established customer base, and cash reserves. That's realistic. Or consider this path: start with microgreens or mushrooms, generating $40,000 to $60,000 annually with minimal land. Reinvest profits into perennial crops like lavender or ginseng that take time to mature but create long-term wealth. After 5 years, you're earning from both fast turnover crops and established perennials, pushing revenue toward $150,000 to $200,000 annually. Scale continues: you add value-added products, maybe bring on help, and within a decade you've built a 7-figure agricultural business. The millionaires growing these crops aren't doing one thing. They're stacking income streams, reinvesting strategically, and building businesses that increase in value over time. The plants are the vehicle. The business acumen is the engine. There you have it. 20 plants creating genuine wealth for growers who treat this seriously. From saffron to gourmet mushrooms, medicinal herbs to specialty flowers, the opportunities are real. But opportunity without action is just information. If this opened your eyes to agricultural income possibilities, share it with someone ready to stop dreaming and start growing. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're committed to showing you how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth through strategic agriculture. Hit that like button and comment which plant you're researching first. Thank you for watching. Remember, millionaires aren't made by accidents. They're made by informed decisions, consistent action, and refusing to accept that wealth is only for other people. These 20 plants are your roadmap. The rest is up to you. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep building wealth. Let's get to work.